Hello lovely people, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're welcome to Lori Cooks. Here we make simple and delicious meals. And if you're a returning viewer, I just want to say thank you so much for coming back. I'm truly grateful. In today's video, we'll be making tasty Ghana Jollof papepi. And so without wasting much time, let's get straight into the video. For our ingredients, we'll be using tomato puree, pepper, some fresh tomatoes, onions. We have a variety of our spices, spring onions, our fresh goat meat. This has been neatly washed and cleaned, rice, oil, and some salt. So I begin by chopping some onions to blend, about 2 of them, to season or steam my goat meat. I'm adding some spring onions to increase the flavor of my meat stock. I'm also adding 1 tablespoon each of garlic paste and ginger paste for my blended mixture. Now it's time for me to put everything together. I'm adding about 1 tablespoon of salt to taste, 1 Maggi shrimp or stock cube. I'm also adding about 1 teaspoon of thyme, 1 teaspoon of Badia all-purpose seasoning, and then lastly, I'm adding in my blended mixture. Now I'm prepping some vegetables, onions and tomatoes mainly to make my jollof stew base. I'm going to blend everything together, and to this I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of garlic paste and 2 tablespoons of ginger paste. I'm also going to add some water, just a little bit of it, to make it easier to blend. Now I'm checking on my meat, which has cooked for about 20 minutes on medium to high heat. Our meat is ready. The tenderness is okay for me, and it's really giving off some amazing aroma in my kitchen. For this recipe, I'm frying the goat meat in an air fryer. At the point of cooking, that was my preferred choice of frying. However, you can deep fry your goat meat in oil, or you can use your air fryer, whichever method or procedure that works for you. Now it's time to make my stew for the jollof. First of all, I'm going to fry some onions in oil on medium heat till it's caramelized. This procedure gives the oil some really nice aroma as the flavors from the onions are infused in the oil. Next, I'm adding about 1.5 ladle full of tomato paste or tomato puree to my oil. I'm going to stir this gently and very well until everything is well incorporated in the oil. I'm also going to cook this for about 10 to 15 minutes on low heat or until my tomato paste or my tomato puree changes color and becomes a little bit darker. Our stew is coming out beautifully, and next I'm going to add in my blended mixture of tomatoes, onions, pepper, garlic and ginger paste. I'm also stirring everything in together nicely, just like you see me doing. Next, I'm going to add in the stock from steaming my goat's meat. I'm stirring everything in together nicely. And lastly, I'm also going to add some sliced onions to increase the flavor of my stew. As you already know, I love onions, and so I'm using quite a lot for my stew. I'm going to cook this on low heat for about 20 to 30 minutes. I don't want my stew to get burnt, so I'm going to cook this on low heat. So checking up on our stew, and it's coming out very well. The aroma is also so amazing. The kitchen is smelling so divine. But I just wanted to cook a little bit more, so I'm going to leave it on fire, still on low heat, to cook for an extra 10 minutes. Our jollof stew is almost ready. Actually, it is ready, but I'm just going to add in the goat meat, and I'm also going to add in some spices. So for this recipe, I'm going to use about 1 teaspoon of curry powder, 1 teaspoon of thyme, 1 Maggi shrimp or stock cube. I'm also adding in about 1 teaspoon of nutmeg and some salt to taste. Now I'll stir everything in together nicely and I'll leave to cook for a few minutes, 3 minutes max, then my rice will go in. Now it's time for our rice to go in. It's finally time to make our jollof. I'm using about 4 cups of rice. My rice has been neatly washed. Now I'm stirring everything together gently and nicely. I'm making sure that everything is well combined. The rice and the stew are evenly distributed. I'm making sure that the rice and the stew marry each other very, very well so that our jollof cooks and turns out beautifully and nicely. Don't forget your salt to taste. Use the quantity to your preference or to your liking. I'm going to cover this with baking paper and a lid, and I'll leave it to cook on very, very, very low heat for about 20 minutes. So after about 20 minutes, I'm checking up on our jollof and it's coming out beautifully. It's not fully cooked, almost there. I'm also giving it a quick stir to open up the grains so that the vapor and the heat gets to every part of the jollof. Also, please do not stir too much, just a little bit so that the heat gets to every part of our food. If you noticed, I didn't really use a lot of water to cook the jollof. That is because the stew base was a lot and it's enough moisture to cook the jollof. We are going to continue cooking this for an additional 15 to 20 minutes, still on really low heat because you do not want our jollof to get burnt. We want to allow the steam to cook our jollof beautifully and nicely. And just like that, lovely people, our jollof rice is ready. Ghana Jollof papebi. Look at how beautiful it looks. Lovely long green rice. Jollof E111C. The aroma here in my kitchen is so divine. The jollof also tastes so amazing. I wish you could have a taste of it too. Okay, lovely people, thank you so much for watching my video to this point. I'm truly grateful. Try out this recipe for yourselves or for your folks and I guarantee that you love it. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my videos and leave some lovely comments. And until next time, bye!